Hello. 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 Hello.
Good evening, students.
Good sir.
Okay, thanks for coming for this boot camp. First of all, I would like to thank all the students and college faculty for attending this program. Good evening, students. And I will want to wish you all a very happy Engineers Day. And based on the Engineer Day, we are starting
Good sir.
the boot camp. Okay,
So
thanks
main
for
objective of this
coming
boot camp
for this
is
boot camp.
students must know what are the career opportunities.
First of all, I would like to thank all the students and college faculty. Those things we are going to discuss in the attending this program.
Good evening, students. From
And
today onwards,
I will want
next
to wish
4
you
days
all
will
a
be
very
having
happy
a
Engineers Day.
practice session.
And based on the Engineer Day, we are starting
Good sir.
the boot camp.
Technical persons from the industry, so that you can acquire
Okay,
more
thanks
knowledge
for
of this
coming
regarding
for
the
this
subject as well as
boot camp.
students must know what are
technical
the
part
career
in the
opportunities.
practical.
First of all, I
I
would
would
like
like
to
to
thank
thank
all
all
the
the
students
students
and
and
college
college
techniques you
faculty.
should
Those
know
things we are going to discuss
what
in
are the
the
softwares
attending
you
this
need to
program.
Good evening, students. So kindly on this
I will
session,
want to
next
wish
4
you
days
all
will
a
be
very
having
happy
time
engineers day.
practice session.
Update
And
you
based on
on
the
engineer day. We are starting
I will hand over the session technical persons from the industry so that you can
with
acquire
so
more
thanks for
knowledge
coming
regarding
into
the
this
subject
Team
as well
India
as
construction camp.
students
Sir,
must know what are technical part in the practical.
Yes,
We
sir.
would like to thank all the students
Yes,
in college
sir.
faculty for
We are going to discuss
what
on
are
the
the
Hello.
good evening students. So kindly on this
we will
session,
want to
next
wish
4
you
days
all
will
a
be
very
having
happy
time
engineers day.
practice session. Update you
Based on
on
the engineer day, we are starting
I will hand over the session technical persons from the industry so that you can acquire
so
more
thanks for
knowledge
Okay, sir.
regarding the subject
Team
as well
India
as
construction camp.
students must know what are technical part in the practical.
Yes,
We
sir.
would like to thank all the students
Yes,
in college
sir.
faculty for
We are going to discuss on the
Hello.
good evening students. So kindly on this session, next 4 days will be
very
having
happy
time
engineers day.
practice session. Update you
Good evening.
on
Engineer day, we are starting
I will hand over the session technical
I
persons
am
from the
just welcoming
industry
you
so
for
that you
this
can acquire
so
session on
thanks
your
for
camp. Okay, sir.
regarding the subject
Team
as well
India
as
Then is this
construction camp.
special program? Then is
must know what are technical part in the practical.
Yes,
We
sir.
would like to thank all the students in college
Sir.
faculty
We are going to discuss on the
good evening students. So kindly on this session, next 4 days will be
very
having
happy
time
engineers day.
practice session. Update you
Good evening.
on
Engineer day, we are starting
I will hand over the session technical
I
persons
am
from the
just welcoming
industry
you
so
for
that you
this
can acquire
session on your camp. Okay, sir.
regarding the subject
Team
as
India
well as
Then is this
construction camp.
special program? Then is this
must know what are technical part in the practical. We would like to thank all the students in college
Sir.
faculty
We are going to discuss on the
good evening students. So kindly on this session, next 4 days will be having
very happy
time
engineers day.
practice session. Update you
Good evening.
on
Engineer day, we are starting
I will hand over the session technical
I
persons
am
from the
just welcoming
industry
you
so
for
that you
this
can acquire
session on your camp. Okay, sir.
regarding the subject
Team
as
India
well as
Then is this
construction camp.
special program? Then is this
must know what are technical part in the practical. We would like to thank all the students in college faculty for
We are going to discuss on the
good evening students. So kindly on this session, next 4 days will be having time practice session. Update you
Good evening.
on
engineer day, we are starting
I will hand over the session technical
I
persons
am just welcoming you
so
for
that you
this
can acquire
session on your camp. Okay, sir.
regarding the subject
Team
as
India
well as
Then is this
construction camp.
special program? Then is
must know what are technical part in the practical. We would like to thank all the students in college faculty
We are going to discuss on the
good evening students. So kindly on this session, next 4 days will be having time practice session. Update you
Good evening.
on
engineer day, we are starting
I will hand over the session technical
I am
persons
just welcoming you
so
for
that you
this
can acquire
session on your camp. Okay, sir.
regarding the subject
Team
as
India
well as
Then is this
construction camp.
special program? Then is
must know what are technical part in the practical. We would like to thank all the students in college faculty
We are going to discuss on the
good evening students. So kindly on this session, next 4 days will be having time practice session. Update you
Good evening.
on
engineer day, we are starting
I will hand over the session technical
I am
persons
just welcoming you
so
for
that you
this
can acquire
session on your camp. Okay, sir.
regarding the subject
Team
as
India
well as
construction camp.
must know what are technical part in the practical. We would like to thank all the students in college faculty
We are going to discuss on the
good evening students. So kindly on this session, next 4 days will be having time practice session. Update you on
engineer day, we are starting
I will hand over the session technical
I am
persons
just welcoming you
so
for
that you
this
can acquire
session on your camp. Okay, sir.
regarding the subject as
Team India
well as
construction camp.
must know what are technical part in the practical. We would like to thank all the students in college faculty
We are going to discuss on the
good evening students. So kindly on this session, next 4 days will be having time practice session. Update you on I will hand over the session technical
I am
persons
just welcoming you
so
for
that you
this
can acquire
session on your camp. Okay, sir.
regarding the subject
Team
as
India
well as
construction camp.
technical part in the practical. We would like to thank all the students in college faculty
We are going to discuss on the
good evening students. So kindly on this session, next 4 days will be having time practice session. Update you on I will hand over the session technical
I am
persons
just welcoming you
so
for
that you
this
can acquire
session on your camp. Okay, sir.
regarding the subject as
Team India
well as
construction camp.
technical part in the practical. We would like to thank all the students in college faculty
We are going to discuss on the
good evening students. So kindly on this session, next 4 days will be having time practice session. Update you on I will hand over the session technical
I am
persons
just
Implementing an armed vehicle that could withstand the bullets, and the vehicles were used for the World War II, and he has been awarded as a knighthood in 1915 during the tenure as a Diwan in Mysore, and then later he has been received the Bharat Ratna in 1955, and he has been passed away in 1962. Implementing an armed vehicle that could withstand the bullets, and the vehicles were used for the World War II, and also and he has been awarded as a knighthood in creating the water level tenure as a and then to store the water, and it can be used in later he has been received. So he has been constructed so many times that has been larger times in India. He has been passed away, and thus we have been calling him as the with the father of the civil that could withstand, and also his birth and the vehicles used for vehicles were used for the World War, and also for the nations, and once again happy knighthood in creating the water level tenure. Just we can go then the store the water, and it can be used in later he has been received. So he has been constructed so many times that has been larger times in India. He has been passed away, and thus we have been calling him as the with the father of the civil that could withstand, and myself birth and the vehicles managing as vehicles were used for the World War, and also for the nations, and once again happy knighthood in creating the water level tenure. Just we can go then the water, and it can then used in later he has been received. He has been constructed so many times that has been he has been passed away, and thus we have been calling him as the implementing and the father of the civil that could withstand, and myself and the vehicles managing as the introduction vehicles were used for the World War, and also for the nations, and once again happy knighthood in creating the how the tenure. Just we can go then the water, and it can then later he has been received. He has been constructed so many times that also he has been passed away, and thus we have been calling him as the implementing and the father of the civil that could withstand, and myself and the vehicles managing as the introduction vehicles were used for the World War, and then for the nations, and once again happy knighthood in creating the first how the tenure. Just we can go then the concrete is a stone, and then it later it has been after the it will also he has been explained some and thus we have been proportioned with the implementing and the father of the civil that could withstand, and myself and the vehicles managing as the introduction vehicles were used for the World War, and then for the nations, and once again happy knighthood in creating the first how just we can go then the concrete is a stone, and then it later it has been after the also he has been explained some and thus we have been proportioned with the implementing and the father of the civil that could withstand, and myself and the vehicles managing as the introduction vehicles were used for the World War, and then for the nations, and once again happy knighthood in creating the first how just we can go then the concrete is a stone, and then it later it has been after the
in the form of a concrete.
And then what is the reinforced concrete? Sir, what is reinforced concrete? நம்ம ஏதாவது ஆன்சர் சொல்லுங்க. What is reinforced concrete?
சார் ஒரு காங்கிரீட்ல ஒரு ஸ்டீல் இல்ல ஏதாச்சும் ரீஇன்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்ட் ஆட் பண்ணி காங்கிரீட் போடுறது சார்.
Reinforcement ஏதாவது ஒன்று ஆட் பண்ணி காங்கிரீட்டிங் போட்டுக்கலாம். மேபி ஆஃப் எனி மெட்டீரியல். தி காங்கிரீட் இஸ் a why? It means that the concrete is a brittle material, so it will be failed easily. So to impart the tensile strength in the concrete along with the compressive strength, just we are making some reinforcement into it. So the reinforcement may be of any material, so that has been embedded into the concrete. So thus the two materials has been combined, that will be called as a reinforced concrete. And we have been seen that mostly the steel has been used as a reinforcement. Why? Why we are using steel as a reinforcement? எப்ப ஸ்டீல் மட்டும் தான் ரெயின்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்ட் யூஸ் பண்றோம், வேற எந்த மெட்டீரியலுக்கும் நம்ம போகவே இல்லையே. தம்பி எனக்கு ஆன்சர் சொன்னா தான் அடிச்சிட்டே போவேன்.
சார் டிஃபர்மேஷன் ஸ்டீல்ல அதிகமா நடக்கும் சார். டிஃபர்மேஷன் கம்பேர் டு அதர் மெட்டீரியல். இப்ப வந்து நிறைய ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே வந்து பேம்பூ ஸ்டிக் யூஸ் பண்ணிலாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க சார். பட் ஆனா அது ஒரு சில ஸ்ட்ரென்த் வரைக்கும் தான் சார் அப்டைன் பண்ணும்.
ஓகேமா.
So that's why we can go to refer for steel, sir. It should be withstanding the high deformation, sir.
High deformation.
Yes, sir.
Why ma steel க்கு மட்டும் தான் high deformation எடுக்குது? பேம்பூஸ் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட டக்டிலிட்டி வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஸ்டீல் விடமே உங்களுக்கு பேம்பூ நல்லா இருக்கும்.
Yes, sir. But ana compare
but why இது ஸ்டீல் வந்து நீங்க வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ பேம்பூஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணிருப்பீங்க, and why you did not use for an aluminum or maybe of a brass, copper like that?
So still now no ideas to refer that, sir. But now onwards I can refer that, sir.
Okay, ma, just you can check with that. Just if you need, you can study with the a comparative study.
Yeah, okay, sure,
and
sir.
The main reason is that we are using steel as a reinforcement is a thermal coefficient.
Okay, sir.
That you did not measure during in case of a bamboo sticks. So the thermal coefficient, by heating the expansion, each and every object will get expanded. So for a concrete and the steel, both of them will expand equally. Nearly it's an equal when compared to that of the other material. And thus when we are using the steel, the concrete gets expanding, and at the same time the steel will get expanding. And thus in this case, just both the conditions, it will expanding in the same length, and also for a same diameter it will get contracting. And thus we are using steel as a reinforcement. Still now, this is the material that we are going to use. For in case of a bamboo, aluminum, copper, or in any other material, the thermal coefficient will get varied, and thus the concrete will shrink or expand in a certain manner, and then this will expand. Steel, any other material that has been expanded in another manner, and thus it will form a crack, and thus it will lead to a failure. That up to the certain strength, it has it is due to the thermal coefficient, and just you can study with that one thermal coefficient, and you can get the exact answers. And then next one, I just need to tell you the another thing before I'm just going for the next slide. The concrete is strong in compression but weak in tension. What are the members that you have been studied? என்னென்னலாம் படிச்சிருக்கீங்க இது வரைக்கும்? என்னென்ன மெம்பர்ஸ் படிச்சிருக்கீங்க? எலிமெண்ட்ஸ், சரி எலிமெண்ட்ஸ்னு கேட்டா தெரியுமா?
Beam, different type of elements.
Beam, column,
column,
slab,
staircase,
footings, அதுக்கப்புறம் plinth beam சொல்லலாம், lintel, sunshade எல்லாமே சொல்லிட்டு போலாம். சரி, இதுல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா I'm just having a இதுல வந்து compression members எது? compressional
For
member.
column.
Column
sir.
is a compressional member. And then tensile member engiradhu
Sir, beam.
Sir, beam.
Beam, sir.
beam tensile member ah.
Flexural member.
Beam flexural member. Okay. And then what is the tensile member? Tensile member எங்க வரும்?
சார் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு பீம் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர், நம்ம ஒரு பீம் எலமெண்ட் எடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா பாட்டம் ஆஃப் த ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ல வந்து நமக்கு வந்து ஃபுல்லாமே வந்து டென்ஷன் ரெயின்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்ட் வந்து ஆக்ட் ஆகும் சார். பீம்ல டாப்ல வந்து கம்ப்ரெஷன் ஆக்ட் ஆகும் சார். போத் வந்து ஒன் பீம்ல வந்து போத் கம்ப்ரெஷன் அண்ட் டென்ஷன் வந்து ஆக்ட் ஆகும் சார்.
ஓகேமா. பீம்ல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா டாப் கம்ப்ரெஷன் அண்ட் பாட்டம் டென்ஷன் அண்ட் thus it will leads to a bending and thus we can call it as a flexural member. So it
Yes,
is
sir.
a bending member னு சொல்லுவோம், bend ஆகறதுனால.
எஸ் சார்.
And pull and push forces only that we can call it as a tensile and the compression. So concrete is a column is a compression member that we already know. And then beam is a flexural member. And the tensile member that we have been told is that is the plinth beam. Sir, இப்போ ஒரு building construction பண்ணி முடிச்சிட்டா ஒரு plinth beam மட்டும் உடைக்க முடியுமா? Can we remove that plinth beam?
No, sir.
No, why?
ஏன்னா சூப்பர் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் எல்லாமே அதாவது plinth beam மேல தான் பிளேஸ் ஆயிருக்கும் சார்.
Plinth beam நால தான் பிளேஸ் ஆயிருக்கும் and then maximum tension that has been or compression may be in the form of a plinth beam. So in some cases there will be of a compression, in some cases there will be of a tension. And நீங்க வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா முன்னாடி டேபிள் எல்லாம் வாங்கியிருப்பீங்க, 4 காலுமே வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 4 legs has been connected with the some part of the உள்ள வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டீல் ராட் வச்சு வெல்ட் அடிச்சிருப்பாங்க 4 கார்னரும். பாத்திருக்கீங்களா? 4 சைடு காலம் இருக்கும், கீழே வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா வெல்ட் அடிச்சிருப்பாங்க 4 சைடும். அதுல வந்து 4மே கட் பண்ணிட்டு பாருங்க, டேபிள் வித் ஸ்டாண்ட் ஆகாது. So the same reason that has been going for a building. And thus we can column is a compression member னு சொல்லிட்டோம். இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நாம சிம்பிளா சொல்லக்கூடிய ஒரே ஒரு கான்செப்ட் வந்து காங்கிரீட் இஸ் ஸ்ட்ராங் இன் கம்ப்ரெஷன் பட் வீக் இன் டென்ஷன். இது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம நார்மலாவே சொல்லியிருப்போம். ஸோ காலம் இஸ் ஏ கம்ப்ரெஷன் மெம்பர். வித்தவுட் ரெயின்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்ட்ல காலம் கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் பண்ண முடியுமா? வித்தவுட் ரெயின்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்ட் shall I able to construct a column?
No sir.
No, why?
Sir, column is full.
எது சொன்னாலும் நான் ஏன் ஒரு क्वेश्चन கேட்பேன்.
Sir, இல்ல sir, column is fully supported, concrete is fully supported of steel sir.
Okay.
Reinforcement. So that's why it is not possible to withstand the column sir.
Okay, I am having another one question. If concrete has been supported by the steel means why we are going for a concrete structures then going for a steel structure?
Sir, in case they have 2 types of buildings sir, load bearing structures and non load bearing structures sir. In that purpose we can be refer sir.
In this purpose we can refer.
Yes sir.
Lama, just in case of a non load bearing structure we did not go for a concrete itself. There will be of a brickwork.
Yes sir.
And since in this case there will be of a brickwork in this case, and since we are using a concrete,
Okay sir.
we are using a steel, and which means that we are going to reduce the size. We can construct a column without the reinforcement. We can able to construct a column without the reinforcement, and surely it will withstand ஆகும். அப்புறம் ஏன் சார் நம்ம ரெயின்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்ட் உள்ள கொடுக்குறோம்? வித்ஸ்டாண்ட் ஆகும்னு சொல்றீங்க, எனக்கு ஸ்டீலே தேவையில்லை, காங்கிரீட் மட்டும் வச்சு காலம் கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் பண்ணா it can able to withstand that. Then why we are using the steel as a reinforcement? This is the purpose of the steel used in a column is to reduce the size of the column. காலமோட சைஸை ரெடியூஸ் பண்றதுக்காக மட்டும்தான் just we are using the steel as a reinforcement. And in case of a column as a compression member, the concrete is strong in compression, and thus without this steel or in any other material the concrete can withstand it. பழைய bridges எல்லாம் பாத்திருக்கீங்களா? ஸ்டீல் இல்லாம ஆர்ச் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் வச்சு கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. So without the steel they have been constructed for a column structure. அதே மாதிரி same way they have been constructed with the stone la வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா asphalt masonry கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க. asphalt masonry என்ன தெரியுமா? உங்ககிட்ட தான்ப்பா. asphalt masonry என்ன தெரியுமா?
நோ சார்.
சார்
அதாவது ஸ்டோன்ஸ் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ரெக்வயர்டு சைஸுக்கு கட் பண்ணி அந்த ஸ்டோன்ஸை பிரிக் மார யூஸ் பண்ணி கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. இதுல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா என்னப்பா ரேண்டம் ரப்பர் மேசன்ரிங்கிறது ரேண்டம் ரப்பர் மேசன்ரில ஒரு டைப் தான். ரேண்டம் ரப்பர் மேசன்ரிங்கிறது உங்களுடைய ஸ்டோன்ஸ் வந்து ஒரே சைஸ்ல ஸ்கொயர் கட்ல வராது. அவுட்டர் சர்ஃபேஸ் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா அன்ஈவனா இருக்கும். தட் வில் பி இன் ரேண்டம். ஸோ தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் ரேண்டம் ரப்பர் மேசன்ரி. அதேவே ரெக்வயர்டு ஷேப் சைஸுக்கு கட் பண்ணி நான் கொண்டு போய் வச்சு வால் கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் பண்ணா தட் வில் பி ஆஃப் அன் ஆஸ்பால்ட் மேசன்ரி. ஓகேனா? அப்ப ஆஸ்பால்ட் மேசன்ரி வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு எந்த ரெயின்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்ட் எதுவுமே கொடுத்துருக்க மாட்டாங்க, பட் இட் கேன் வித்ஸ்டாண்ட். So which means that is of a stone that can able to withstand the compression. So we can tell the concrete as a stone like material. So it can also withstand the compression, and thus we don't need for any steel reinforcement in this purpose. Okay, next one பார்க்கலாம். And the next one வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா advantages பொறுத்தளவுக்கு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா it has a considerable compressive strength. Reinforced concrete has a great resistance to the action of fire, water and corrosion. So steel na vechomna steel has a less resistance in case of a corrosion, and also it has been easily corroded, and in case of a fire it will easily burnt, and it will started a ductility nature. Due to the ductility nature it will started bending, and thus it will quickly fail. So and in this case the reinforced concrete, that is concrete, is a greater resistance and it has a greater advantages. And then it has a very rigid. So all the joints will be maximum made up of a fixed joint, and it can be produced in any desired shapes. We can go within any desired shapes, and it has a very long service life cycle. And then in most areas, concrete takes an advantage of an inexpensive local materials. So many materials that has been not inexpensive, sand, gravel, or maybe of a water, and then low grade skilled labor is required. So that has been low grade labor has been enough for concreting purposes. There is no don't go for a skilled labors and all. And then disadvantage, the construction time, it will be a more, and then concrete quality control, and also the cracking of concrete. So due to the hydration process, always the concrete will get cracking. And in some cases, I am just going with another one concept. I am just going to make a 1 meter depth of a slab. In case that I am just going to concreting with maybe of any other research centers, maybe of an atomic research center, or in case of that any other industries. I am just, there will be of a radioactive or in any other materials that has been going to pass, and thus I am just going with the 1 meter depth of the slab. So the slab may be of a 10 by 10 feet, but the depth, it will be of a 3 feet depth of the concrete. So it is like a massive structure. And if I am just constructing with this one, by the next day, what is that going to happen? என்ன இருக்கும்? என்னென்னப்பா இருக்கும்? என்னென்ன ரியாக்ஷன் நடக்கும் காங்கிரீட்ல? சிமெண்ட்ல என்ன நடக்கும் அது சொல்லுங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட். ஹைட்ரேஷன் ப்ராசஸ் படிச்சிருக்கீங்களா? தம்பி உங்ககிட்ட தான் ஹைட்ரேஷன் ப்ராசஸ் படிச்சிருக்கீங்களா?
எஸ் சார் படிச்சிருக்கோம் சார்.
படிச்சிருக்கீங்களா? அதுல என்ன நடக்கும்?
வாட்டர் எஸ் சார் வாட்டர் வந்து சிமெண்டோட ரியாக்ட் ஆகி ஒரு ஹீட் ஜெனரேட் ஆகும் சார். ஹீட் ஆஃப் ஹைட்ரேஷன்.
ஓகே, தட் இஸ் தி ஹீட் ஆஃப் ஹைட்ரேஷன் சொல்லிருப்போம். ஆக்சுவலா வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா சிமெண்ட் when it reacts with the water to get hardening, it will evaporate the more heat. To reduce this heat, that we are going to add the water day by day. This process is called as a curing. அதான் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா curing நாம சொல்லிடுறோம் சிம்பிளா. அப்போ நான் 1 மீட்டர் டெப்த்துக்கு போடும்போது வாட் அபவுட் தி ஹீட் ஆஃப் hydration that has been evolved? It will be a more, and thus the cracks will get easily formed. How to reduce the crack? Crack எப்படி reduce பண்ணுவோம்?
curing sir.
கியூரிங் தான்ப்பா. நம்ம கியூரிங் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடியே கிராக் வந்துடும் அதுல. ஏன்னா ஹீட் வந்து அவ்வளோ ஹீட் அவால்வ் ஆகும். 1 மீட்டர் டெப்த். நம்ம பீம் எல்லாம் கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் பண்ணும்போது சைஸ் சின்னதா இருக்கும், லென்த் மட்டும் தான் இருக்கும். ஸோ கிராக் ஃபார்ம் ஆகாது. இது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா மேசிவ் காங்கிரீட் வந்து வால்யூம் அதிகம். ஸோ எனக்கு ஈஸியா கிராக் ஃபார்ம் ஆயிரும். நெக்ஸ்ட் டேவே கிராக் ஃபார்ம் ஆகும். So in this case, we are using the ice cubes for a concreting. ஐஸ் கியூப்ஸ் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது கூட போட்டு மிக்ஸ் பண்ணி அப்படியே வச்சு காங்கிரீட்டிங் போட்டுரும். காங்கிரீட்டிங் போடும்போது என்ன ஆகுன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த ஐஸ் கியூப்ஸ் வந்து அந்த ஹீட்டை வந்து அப்சர்வ் பண்ணும். ஸோ அந்த ஒரு நெக்ஸ்ட் 24 hours ஆர் 48 hours வந்து அது கிராக் ஆகிறத ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிடும், தட் ஐஸ் கியூப்ஸ். அண்ட் ஆஃப்டர் தட் after the 24 hours, that's just we are going to add the water, and thus the temperature will get maintained and the cracking will get completely reduced. So this is the main thing to making of a cracking of concrete வந்து reduce பண்றதுக்காக heat of hydration மூலமா. And in many cases the air cracks will get formed easily. ஈஸியா வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு air cracks வந்து ஃபார்ம் ஆயிடும். And then reinforcing bars பொறுத்தளவுக்கு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா most common types steel வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா deformed bars and then round bars often called as a rebars ன்னு சொல்லுவோம். And it has been available in a diameter of 8 mm to 32 mm. In the diameters kulla da irukum. So what are the diameters that we have been available that we will see. And then some of the unit conversions that we are going to use in the form of a as a civil engineer that we are going to use in the case of a surveying or in case of a. Sir, what is the unit weight of concrete? Unit weight of concrete என்ன? For an RCC. 25 kilonewton per
mm square.
cube. Mm meter cube was 1 m. Sorry.
Mm square, sir.
Mm square. Mm cube. 25 kilonewton per meter cube was